Not many to spin between for Jays.
Let's go.
Where in the world are we going? We're off to Jordan.
Jordan! Well, I know nothing.
I know the region, I don't know specific dishes from this country.
It's a capital, not a country.
Cut.
Right then, boys, we've been doing some research by ourselves and with the community. We have swapped Barry in for Mike because, well, he's been to Jordan, so he should know all of the answers.
First-hand knowledge.
Would you like to know what you're cooking?
Yes, some familiar ingredients and some less so.
The dish name is mansaf, which is Jordan's national dish.
No pressure then. So there's some really lovely, sort of relatively familiar flavour. Onion, bay, cardamom, turmeric, parsley.
Flatbreads, lamb, that's got to be. What is that?
that? Smell it.
Oh, it's a cheesy nubbin. It's yeasty.
It's something fermented.
This is jameed, which is a dehydrated fermented yogurt with a salty, tangy flavour, and you've had it before.
I have
Now
had
the
it
penny
before,
drops.
but not in that form.
So that's in its dehydrated state.
I've had it rehydrated. It's
You will
delicious.
need to rehydrate it and make it into a sauce. So boys, your first instruction, rinse and boil your meat.
Do you reckon in the UK rinsing the meat is necessary? Because I understand that might be a thing that's sort of getting up, depending on where the meat has travelled, it might be a matter of cleaning it, especially street markets and stuff, just getting rid of air debris. I wonder if we need to rinse it or whether we just boil it.
He's ignoring you already.
Yeah. Here's an instruction, no.
And the reason I say no is because often washing meat in and around a sink or anywhere is the biggest lead to cross-contamination. So I'm just going to boil it. I mean, I've only put it in the pressure cooker because you gave us one and asked us to plug it in.
Yeah.
So I'm presuming when you say boil, we could just boil it in a pan.
Could just boil it in a pan. We could also do instruction 2 at the same time.
We give you one job. You're supposed to be the one armed with the information. We're supposed to be the ones doing this blind. What have we missed?
So add onions and spices. I mean, I thought, having been to Jordan, Mike would have guessed that was the next step anyway.
Shut up. Do you just want this sort of quartered and lobbed in, or do we want to actually
small
dice
chunks maybe, like thumb-sized pieces. Doesn't need to be a dice. I'm breaking a few cardamom pods.
So yeah, as well as being the national dish of Jordan, it's also incredibly popular in places like Palestine, Syria, Saudi Arabia, and Iraq.
I mean, parsley stalk's not a spice, but I put it in anyway. I reckon heavy on black pepper, that's a spice.
These going in?
And obviously at the moment we just told you meat. Have you worked out what meat it is?
Yeah, it's got to be lamb, right?
It's got to be lamb.
It looks like lamb. Is it goat?
If it clucks like a lamb, smells like a lamb, it's probably a lamb.
Could be goat.
It's a lamb, but also made with goat, beef, chicken, and goat is the most prized.
A little bit of salt and pepper, cardamom, bay, onion, parsley stalks.
Your next step is to make the yogurt sauce.
Now we have been given, I think, yogurt. Smells like yogurt.
If it looks like a yogurt.
If it clucks like a yogurt. A flour of sorts,
Cornstarch?
which is cornstarchy, but as we know could also be a tapioca, feels very similar. Like a sauce with it. Maybe we just grate it and rehydrate it in the pan. With some butter. We've also been given, I reckon that's probably with the rice. Maybe a little bit of this, sweat it off with some ghee and then go in with yogurt and, I don't know, I'm making this up as I go along.
I can give you a clue.
Okay.
Please do.
You'll want to crush and soak the jameed in water before combining into a sauce.
Okay.
So rehydrate it first before, yeah, great.
Crush.
Great.
So mansaf as a dish is a very celebratory dish, usually prepared for guests. It also was served when a conflict is overcome between tribes or families. So it really is that celebratory thing of coming together and eating.
We'd be eating nothing but this
Yep.
as a friendship group.
It's the make-up sex of food.
I mean, let's be fair, we bicker occasionally, we never truly fall out, and we always fix it with our celebratory dish, which is
Vodka.
a pint of lager and a packet of pork scratchings at the local.
We've got a rolling pin. Shall we actually
word
try
was
and
crush
crush
and
it?
They were
soak.
laughing at us for grating it. But I think maybe we had the last laugh.
I think everyone's
Excellent.
laughing at us now.
It's really chalky. It's as you grate it, it smells almost like cheesy.
It reminds me of nutritional yeast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what's interesting is when I think about yogurt, albeit never in this form, all over the world, often not cooked and used fresh and kind of writers and the like, or used in a marinade that's cooked, but rarely, I think, added to a sauce because it splits. So interesting that this one is a sauce that we're creating. I'm kind of excited to see how that works.
So this dish first originated with the Bedouins of Jordan, who are the nomadic people that live in the Middle East. This was a very hearty meal designed to be cooked over an open fire. And it started out usually containing camel meat or lamb meat, alongside ghee or a meat broth. And the rice was a 20th century sort of addition once all of the trade routes had opened up.
Interesting.
And the jamid is also a bit more of a recent addition as well.
What would it have been if it wasn't rice, just flatbreads?
Just flatbreads.
You don't know that.
I can confidently say that. Just flatbreads.
Oh wow, that is dissolving.
Well, yeah, ish. It is what, after close to 2,000 videos we've done over the years, why I still love this format, because never been to Jordan, and yet spin the wheel you're forced to, and here we are doing the national dish that we've never heard of before.
And if you want a little bit more about jamid, I mean, you probably already know this, Mike, but it's a fermented dried dairy product in the form of stone hard balls or other shapes, produced by straining heated buttermilk on cloth mesh bags, salting the formed paste by kneading, shaping, and then drying in the sun.
If you think about it, cheese is that for dairy, but this is one step removed. Yes or no to onion? We've been given it, is it raw over the top as a garnish for allium acidity? I'll keep one back just in case. Or is it going in the sauce? Let's do both.
So yeah, before rice, Mike, it was traditionally layers of flatbread, which were actually called kobs al-shrak.
Oh wow.
Before rice became the norm, and now it's just used as a base.
A little bit of ghee, a little bit of onion. I'm going to go with a bay leaf.
So the plan is here to chuck our rehydrated yogurt in with the ghee, the onions, the bay. We've got corn flour, and we've had the discussion about whether to use it to thicken it, and we're going to see whether it needs thickening.
Boys, if it all goes wrong, we have got some liquid jamid yogurt soup as well, which you can use.
What consistency are we looking for this sauce?
Well, you want to cook it for about 15 to 20 minutes,
Okay.
stirring constantly until it starts to boil.
Okay, it's real yogurt. That's how I remember it. And as I said,
Ours is a bit more lumpy.
You might want to blend it.
Oh, okay, we can do that at the end. Fine. We'll take the bay out at the end and blend it.
Lovely.
I couldn't be bothered to wait 20 minutes because I suddenly thought they were quite small pieces.
Okay,
so it might be all right.
So 10 minutes of pressure cooking.
You might want to prepare your rice in a pan.
Shall I tell you what I would do?
Yeah.
I would get a pan and lightly toast off some of the cardamom pods in ghee with the bay. Then maybe a little bit of turmeric in, toast off all the spices, then rice into the pan, 2 to 1-ish water ratio, lid on, 10 minutes, absorb.
I like that. The only addition I would add to that is rather than water, we'll use our lammy, oniony, spiced water.
Three or four cardamom pods.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Accidentally dropped 4 in, and that wasn't me being a knob.
3 or 4? 2 or 3. I'm going to do 4.
Do you reckon some almonds in there? Should we toast the almonds?
Let's do it.
Such a good guessing game, this. We've been given the ingredients, but not the process, and therefore everything's a bit of a guess. And maybe some black pepper to toast off in the ghee. Now, Mike, do you reckon we just throw the meat and onions on top, or do you reckon we cook it in with the rice?
I think you've already made your mind up, and you're asking me to make me feel included.
No, I genuinely haven't got... Because if we were to combine it all together, I feel like that amount of rice with pretty much that amount of liquid, and that was a guess, would create an incredible, almost like
Stewy.
biryani kind of like layered thing. However,
Are we
don't
looking
know if
for
that's correct.
Fluffy, proper fluffy
Rice,
absorbed
and
rice?
then just
This,
the meat and the yogurt sauce on top. The latter. Let's go with the latter.
I'd say the latter because I think it would produce a more
then
familiar
the
outcome for
rice
us.
with the bread eaten with hands, so
Yeah,
you don't want it
too
all
sloppy.
layered and sloppy.
And also we got yogurt all over it as well.
Have to say, boys, you're doing quite well. One of the
Smelling
tips we've
great.
got here is that many people choose to use their right hand instead of utensils to eat, Mansaf.
Oh,
Their other
yeah.
hand behind their back.
Lovely job.
One mix, and then get the lid on, turn down a little bit.
Now, we don't have a lid for that pan, but we do have a lovely looking platter.
And you know what? Since you mentioned the eating with your right hand and keeping your left hand out of the way, I got a flashback, and I think it was Trevor, Food Ranger, doing street food somewhere, and this image of a group of people all in a circle around what looked like the hob that it was cooked on, that now had a platter that looks remarkably like that. Mike,
Hello,
we've
Ben.
been given red onion and lime. Do you reckon we're combining it into like a pickled, really vibrant red onion, or is it just raw red onion, do you think? Maybe the latter. I think more
I'd
the latter.
expect you probably want lots of lovely garnishes, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, like yogurt, parsley, meat and onions, lime. People can squeeze their own
Serve a
over.
wedge, yeah. What's the plan for the lamb? Are we going to char? Are we going to toast it
rice
off?
all over here, meat on top, drizzle sauce, garnish. I'm going to take the bay leaves out. I'm going to take the cardamom pods out. We can probably blend our sauce now because that's been going for a good 15 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's thickened right up.
Smell that.
Yeah, that's
That
insane.
to me smells like shepherd's pie. Hasn't got the real kind of stockiness to it, but lamb, onion, parsley, very simple.
So one of the reasons for the eating with the right hand and the left hand behind the back is because traditionally the right hand is your clean hand, whereas your left hand is used for toilet duties.
Clean
among other
right
things.
hand, dirty left hand,
Yep.
like paneing.
Just like paneing.
Just like paneing.
Oh, you're going to put that in there?
It's the only ingredient left. I don't know where else it's going to go.
Yeah, fine, do it.
Originally, I thought blob it on top, but that didn't make any sense given we're actually already blobbing a yogurt sauce.
Yeah.
How's your Jameed tasting?
Fantastic.
Yeah?
That fermented saltiness that comes through at the end is spectacular.
You know when we have made before very simple, quick, like feta and yogurt
Yes,
blended together as
that's it.
dips? It's got that really salty feta. And now my question is, do we know what milk it's made from?
I would say it's sheep's milk.
I think we tasted that.
I think he read it off the tin.
Well, he did, yeah, but
It's got the sheep's milk taste, like that really lactic.
yeah.
We got this from Amazon, that's readily available. However, the Jameed in its natural dehydrated form, we had to get sent personally from Jordan. We couldn't get it any other way.
That's
so someone
awesome.
who watches the channel, Kush has been in touch with, has managed to get us some.
That's amazing.
You guys!
And it tastes so good.
As your rice needs a couple more minutes, you're moving into the assembly stage of the dish. The only
toast
thing you
them?
haven't used yet are the flatbreads.
Yeah, I was going to say, do we want to toast those?
Do you want
Or
to toast
warm
them, warm them?
I mean, it would be nice if they were a little bit softened because these are quite
Softened?
dry. I mean, these are tortillas as opposed to perhaps more traditional flatbreads.
Are there other ways you could soften them?
Unless some of the yogurt sauce and then gets fried off.
Or just ripped up and dipped in the sauce?
Oh, this sauce? Oh, they get thrown in there.
No.
And then it's eaten just the rice with the hand, right hand, as opposed to with bread in the hand. Huh.
Okay, great. Do it. I mean, he's been absolutely useless on the side up until now, so this could be sacrilege.
Boys, it's smelling great.
We got to that point where we can see the bottom of the pan when we scrape it. The liquid's there. I'm just going to go. Just dump it.
Yeah, do it. Oh my goodness. This is going to taste ridiculous.
Our boiled lamb and onion, which had bay and cardamom, black pepper. Dishes like this remind me of the series we did, Big Night In.
Yeah.
You make food, you just slap it in the middle of the table and everyone digs in. It's so social.
Yeah, all over.
Onions.
Anything else you could garnish it with?
Everyone can jump in with some lime, and we finish with some
Almonds?
almonds. That is one of the most exciting feasts of a food we've done in this A to Z series. I love that.
No idea whether it's right or not, but I can't wait to eat it.
Well, tell you what, let's get it into the sexies and give it a try. Well, I think it looks great.
It smells amazing.
You know what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, but I just mean subjectively.
Oh, well, that is a flavour I can get used to.
I've used my dirty hand. Wow. Oh my goodness.
That yoghurt is such an unfamiliar flavour. It's absolutely delicious.
It's really hard.
You are making a mess.
I'd love a fork right now.
What I like is there's not lots of competing spices and flavours. Cardamom comes through nicely. You've got onion, you've got bay, salt, pepper. Otherwise, it's just the lamb, the colour from the turmeric. It's
Like
absolutely
yogurt.
delicious. And the yoghurt is the standout difference.
Yeah.
That is a completely unique ingredient that I've never tasted anything like that before.
It's phenomenal.
Well, I think it's great. Do you want to see what it should have looked like?
Yes.
I tell you what,
I think you...
have nailed it.
And if anything, we've put a bit more fresh parsley on that one, but that one's got the parsley on the side.
There you go.
Maybe could have toasted those final almonds.
There was differences with...
Oh,
you can see this is lamb...
whole lamb shank kind of
This
thing.
is whole lamb shank, so lamb on the bone. There were some instructions that were about layering, so you have sort of multiple layers. But from what I could see, I think it's a darn fine job.
Shall we clean our clean hand and spin the wheel?
Yeah, I'm backing out.
Yeah.
Yes, it's you two.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take one more massive fork. Right, see you guys.
Right, whilst our Jordanian friends let us know how close we got to a traditional mansaf, should we spin for a K?
And we're going to need all the help. We've got a couple of spin agains, otherwise everything is up there twice.
We're going to
doing
Kenya.
Kenya.
Excellent. Right, if you are Kenyan or know Kenyan cuisine very well, let us know down below. What dish should we be looking to recreate?